Well, all right then. Well, everybody got their piece in. That's good. Hey, it's 7 p.m. You guys know what that means? Get your butts out of the control operator position and let the ladies slide in, because it's 7 p.m. and it's June 6th, and it's time for Ladies Night 3.0.
Hi, Carrie.
Well, a good evening, Miss Lisa. How are you this evening? Let me put you in here. Got Miss Lisa at the KB3 WFV household. Good stuff. I actually got myself a little organized this time. We'll see how it works. All right, Miss Lisa in Maryland at the KB3 WFV household is here checking in. And who else would like to check in for Ladies Night 3.0, June 6th?
Hey, Carrie. This is Whiskey 3 Oscar Hotel. Karen, checking in. Good to hear your voice again. And I have a good friend with me, best friend. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Laura.
All right, more ladies. I love it, Karen. I love it. So we have Karen and Laura at the W3OH household there in Maryland. All right. What other ladies are out there?
You've got Priscilla and Cape Cod.
Oh, we had a double there. Who's that?
You've got Priscilla and Cape Cod.
Priscilla, how you been? Good to hear you.
K1 GTX. I'm fine. How are you, Carrie?
And that is that's that K1 GTX.
That's correct.
Oh, good. My memory hasn't failed me today. Good to know. Because I was kind of worried because, I lost my car keys earlier and didn't find them for about an hour. So I'm doing good here. Good to know. Who else would like to check into Ladies Night 3.0? This is KC2UFU.
Carrie, this is W.
Hello, Carrie. This is KD3WFEYL. I didn't check in the first time. That might have been Karen.
Yep.
So, but I'm in here now.
Oh, well, there we go. So, see, my memory isn't as good as I thought it was.
You had a couple others in there, Carrie, I think.
All right. Now I got Lisa. Let's call Lisa Karen. All right. We'll be fine. It's all good. All right. KC2UFU looking for check-ins for Ladies Night 3.0.
KB3 OUK.
Well, good evening. How are you today? Good to hear you. And you... Good to hear. All right. We are looking good this evening. Who else is out there? KC2UFU. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the check-ins for now. We'll check back in a little bit and see if anybody else wants to join us. I know Miss Stephanie W3 wanted to be here tonight, but she did have some plans. So she said she may be able to get in a little bit later. But let's see how all you ladies have been doing and what's been going on. Send it over to you, Karen, over there at the W3OH household from KC2UFU. What has been going on?
Oh, you did catch me off guard. What has been going on? Oh, my son left today. He was commissioned into the Navy, so he is deployed deployed and not out of the country yet. He'll be out of the country in a few months, but he left for his training. So that was sad, but we're very proud. And then I'll turn. Oh my gosh! As you can imagine, Dave is loving this, taking a gazillion pictures, making Laura do this. She's never experienced ham radio, but I'll let her speak. So, Laura, what have you been up to?
I am just here supporting Karen because she's sad because her baby boy left. So we are here just trying to make the day better.
Well, that's great, and that's got to be tough, Karen. That's got to be tough. I mean, of course, you're so super, super proud, that he's decided to serve our country, and but from a mom's perspective, we can never quite let go. But so you sent him off, and now he's gonna be a big boy now. So I can understand that, and that's great that you have Laura there to help support you, get you through the next couple of days, because it's going to be tough, I'm sure. So that's what you've been up to, and what's been going on with you, Miss Priscilla? Anything new? K1 GTX household from KC2UFU.
Well, the husband has been busy cleaning out his shed, and he's organized all his tools and all his screws, nuts, and bolts. And I'm pretty proud of him for doing that, because it's not a desirable job, actually. And I've been writing and interviewing my aunt for her memoir, and I've been busy, but I'm really looking forward to the summer. How have you been, Carrie?
I've been pretty good. It's been a kind of an odd week, and but I do need to know, Priscilla, if he's been cleaning out, has he actually thrown anything out?
That's a good question.
I plead fifth for the moment.
I guess he's not answering for the moment, but I think he's done some good reorganization anyway. Whether or not things have been thrown away is another issue altogether.
That's always my question when they're cleaning up and moving stuff around and organizing it, is are they actually getting rid of anything? You never really know. So that's the first thing that came to mind. And so that's good that he's getting things cleaned up. I wish Ken would clean this place up, but what are you going to do? Every once in a while he gets a wild hair and he gets it done. And usually, a couple things will go out. But let's send it over to the KB3 OUK household, to Shelby's much better half, KC2UFU.
Good evening, everyone. We haven't been up to a whole lot. Shelby's been working on my sheep's fence today. He's going to be putting up a more permanent fence. So working on that. And then he came in and he's working on his second homebrew transmitter. And currently he's changing the baby's diaper because she just exploded in my lap. So I said, here, he can go change her. But besides that, not a whole lot going on. Just taking care of little one and enjoying another ladies' night, and looking forward to hearing everybody. KB3 OUK.
Well, that's great. Well, not great that she exploded in your lap, but boy, she really seems to like to do that when you get on the radio. That's more than the first time. That's not the first time that she's done that. But it's good that you have Shelby there to take care of things for you. So, what have I been up to? Well, I kind of feel like the past week has been a little bit like the Wizard of Oz. We had those super strong thunderstorms pass through here this week, And although luckily, we had no tornadoes, we had that derecho, which came in, which there's no warnings for a derecho. They just say strong thunderstorms. They don't tell you that you could have something like this happen. And it really kind of tore up the whole area. We were fortunate, other than the ladder line, getting, a little saggy. We really didn't have any damage to the house, but some of our neighbors weren't as fortunate with these storms that came through. So it's kind of just felt like a whole Wizard of Oz thing, because we've had these storms going. We have a bear who keeps coming into the neighborhood, which for some people, I guess, that isn't that odd, but for our neighborhood, we don't generally. The bears are normally up in northern New Jersey. They don't generally come down here, and even if they are down here, they don't, mingle with humans whatsoever. So this bear has just been kind of wandering around, and you get these texts. We have this thing called Nixle. And Nixle lets you alert, if there's been a traffic accident, so on and so forth. So you get this Nixle alert that bear in your area, stay indoor, bring your pets inside, or whatever, which is just exactly what you want to hear. As you're carrying 10 bags of groceries and nobody else is home, and you have to make 2 more trips out there to go get groceries, and now there's a bear in your neighborhood. So, weather, bears, and, just all other kinds of stuff. I don't know. Just kind of a Wizard of Oz thing going on there. So how with the storms and everything, I know that they came all across the Northeast. I'm wondering, Karen, how you guys made out there, if everything was okay after the storms, and if you guys got hit as badly as we did here. I know our weather can be somewhat similar sometimes. I mean, there was some crazy stuff going on this week. W3OH household to Karen and Laura, who is her moral support and great guest. This is KC2UFU.
Hey, Whiskey 3 Oscar Hotel. No, I don't think the storms affected us here in southern Maryland too bad. We definitely had some loud thunder, especially last night, and then we had a super quick pop-up storm today. Like out of the blue, I almost yelled at Dave because I thought he was running the sprinklers and he didn't need to, and then I realized it was a downpour. Laura, you're even further down in southern Maryland. Did you have anything to share?
No, we were the same. We didn't really have anything going on. Just little things.
Oh, and Carrie, if you don't mind, and I'm sorry, I have never seen my husband so excited. But we have another introduction here. So we are definitely still social distancing, absolutely, hanging outside for the most part. But we've got good friend Kathy here, and Kathy would like to say hi as well.
Hello from Dunkirk, Maryland. Hope everyone's well tonight. It's hot and humid here.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it's hot and humid here in New Jersey as well. It's kind of like not quite what I consider the middle of the summer, when I call it like Satan's armpit. It's not quite that bad yet, but it is hot and humid. That is for sure. And you are just loading us up this evening, Karen. I love this. No wonder. Oh, Dave must just be in his glory right now. He's just absolutely loving this. And,
I have not seen him this happy.
You really do.
Since our honeymoon.
Great signal here.
Just because we're all drinking, Carrie.
Sound
Carrie, we actually are live streaming on YouTube, which is probably pretty hilarious. And I'm going to back out.
Let's send this over to Priscilla.
Yeah, go away.
Up there in Cape Cod. I'm wondering, how did you make out with the recent storms, Priscilla? Did you guys get any damage or anything? KC2UFU.
Hi, Carrie. The storms are on their way. We haven't been hit yet. Last night it did rain substantially, but there was no lightning as expected. So I'm really nervous about tonight because we just don't get along, lightning and us. We've been hit before. My husband has actually been hit twice by lightning over the course of his lifetime, but once in this house, and that was enough. I don't want to see a repeat performance of that. We lost all our electronics, and my washer and dryer were compromised, and my dishwasher and things I take for granted that I really love. I can't stand that. I just don't want that to happen again.
Oh, that's good. I guess you guys weren't feeling it like we were here. It was, I actually took some video of it because Ken and my son Brandon actually had to take a quick road, well, I call it a quick road trip, or they call it a quick road trip, to West Virginia the day that this happened. So, of course, I was home alone with, you know, just me and the dog when this derecho came through, and it was pretty frightening. So, anyway, I'm glad to hear everybody's okay. I was nervous. I'm like, of course, you know, we're going to get a derecho or something like that is going to happen when, you know, when I'm going to have ladies' night. What is going on with this? Anyway, glad to hear everything's okay there. All right, over to Miss Lisa at the KB3 WFV household. I know you guys are close to Karen there, so I'm assuming you guys were all good. KC2UFU.
Yeah, correct, Carrie. Yeah, same weather, so we're not far from each other, so we didn't have nothing really significant. So I know the weekend before it was crazy. You know, Brian and I were trying to pressure wash the house. And we did it on the Saturday, but the Sunday to finish it up was really cold, and like we both said, no way were we going to get all soaking wet with that coldness. So we waited till the following weekend and finished it all up. But other than that, so far so good, which is good because we got too many trees around here, which is always scary. But we're good.
Yes, I know. That's the plus and the minus of having trees. They're great shade. They're good for the house, you know, to keep the sun from beating down on it and everything else. But they're also giant wind sails during the summer months, you know, when they're all full of leaves. My neighbor across the street lost 2 trees. Luckily, they did not hit his house. But all you heard after the storm for like the next 2 days is just chainsaws. That's all you heard was chainsaws. And I even heard them again this morning, so people are still cutting stuff up. So luckily we didn't lose power for very long, but that's good. I'm glad everybody's okay. How about you, Miss Sarah? Everything okay weather-wise as far as this week in your neck of the woods? KB3OUK, KC2UFU.
Yeah, everything here has been pretty calm, at least at my house. Now, there was the other day, I think it was Thursday, I heard, like, I got an alert on my phone. There was like a severe thunderstorm warning or watch, or I can never keep straight what's a warning or a watch, what the differences are. But so I thought, oh, we might get a pretty good storm, and like we haven't had hardly any rain, lately, and we could really use some. At my house we didn't get any, but I heard of people like 10-15 minutes from my house that got a lot of hail and had some damage to like cars and stuff. And I saw videos of people that live not too far from us posting online videos of the hail coming down. It just looked like a snowstorm, and we maybe got a little drizzle but not hardly any rain, which we could actually use some rain. Shelby planted a little bit of a garden last weekend, and we've been waiting on some rain to help that, but we haven't gotten anything, but no damage or anything, thankfully. And so yeah, things are good here, but we could use a little rain, but glad we didn't get any damage. KB3OUK.
Oh, very good. Well, I'm glad to hear everybody made it through that, or didn't have to experience it, because it was a little unnerving. Got to take a minute here and see if there are any other ladies that would like to check into Ladies Night 3.0. This is KC2 UFU.
Hello, KC2 UFU. This is Tanya, W3TKP, saying hello.
Hello, Miss Tanya. We have missed you so much. Glad to hear your voice. How did you guys make out? Did you guys have any issues with the storms in the past week?
No, not really. I mean, it was typical thunderstorms, that kind of thing, but nothing serious. The scariest thing that happened through the storm was the fact that we had a giant snapping turtle come through the yard.
A giant snapping turtle. And was that just because of the wet conditions, or he just was passing through?
It was actually a female coming through trying to lay eggs, but we have a pond with our painted turtles in it, which I absolutely love. I want to protect, so I was so nervous about this thing. It was actually the size of, we have a rhino.
It was the size of Texas.
It was the size of the tire rim / tire on the rhino. It was huge. It looked like it weighed 35 pounds. Scared me to death.
Yeah, snapping turtles are nothing that you ever really want to deal with. I mean, even little box turtles, if they decide to get feisty, can nip at you. But a snapping turtle is exactly what it sounds like. I mean, I've actually seen them on my mother-in-law's property. She has a creek that runs through her property, and the snapping turtles, the females, come up and lay the eggs, in the spring. And actually trying to, guide it so that it wasn't going too close to the house, because she has little dogs that it could possibly eat. We took a branch and we're trying to guide it, and this branch was probably about 2.5 inches thick, and she latched onto it and she just snapped it right in half. Imagine if that was your hands or your fingers or your toes. Yeah, snapping turtles are no joke. So I'm assuming you relocated her, or she went away?
Yes, she definitely went away, because I'm worried, because we have ducks. We have 3 ducks at the time, right now, and they go down to the pond every day, and I'm worried about them getting their legs snapped off. So she was not a good thing. So she went away.
Okay, and we'll leave it at that. She went away. Ken, you're terrible. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, man. So that's definitely different, snapping turtle coming through. All right, so Miss Tanya's here in the group, and let's see if any other ladies would like to check in for the Ladies Night 3.0. This is KC2UFU. Okay, we'll check again later. So, my next question, and Karen, you're on, you're up. So just so you know, so I don't catch you off guard too much. I'm wondering how everybody feels about things starting to loosen up with the whole restrictions. I know I am not thrilled about it. I mean, nobody wants to be running around with face masks on. We know that. You know what I mean? They're annoying. It's basically wearing a bra on your face all the time, and when you take it off your face, whatever, you're like, oh, thank God. But, it's just something that we have to do. It's got me a little on edge, I think, because just yesterday we got a report that they closed down one of the local restaurants that was doing takeout only. They closed it down. It's going to be closed down for a couple of weeks because somebody there that was preparing the food there, came down with the coronavirus. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm just still a little up in arms at it. I don't know where you guys are in each of your respective locations as far as you know, whether there's, you know, all the numbers seem to be going down everywhere. But then we just had Memorial Day weekend, and they kind of opened things up a little bit. And they said, oh, hey, you know, you can have 25 people at your house, you know, as long as you guys social distance, which, you know, I'm sure probably worked maybe for the first hour of the barbecue, but, you know, as people started probably throwing a couple back, I don't really think, you know, everybody kept their distance like they probably should. So how are you feeling about that, Karen, about them opening things up a little bit? Do you think, you know, good thing, bad thing? Is it making you, like, a little crazy? And, of course, Laura, Kathy, you know, you guys have to weigh in on this, too. This is KC2UFU.
I don't... sorry, Carrie, if you don't mind me jumping. I was watching their live stream, and I don't see anybody at the operating position.
Oh, you mean the girls have abandoned me?
It appears that way.
Okay. Well, I'll have to make it back around. Well, I'm glad they're having a live stream because at least you know what's going on. Thank you, Perry. I appreciate that. Perry, great guy. My technical advisor there and, you know, stream specialist. So let's, how are you feeling about it, Priscilla? How are you feeling about them loosening the reins a little bit? KC2UFU.
Hi, Carrie. I think it's about time, but I'm a little nervous. People should be wearing their masks, I feel like, when we go out. I notice some people just don't know how to wear their masks. They don't put the mask covering their noses, or some of them will have the nose covered but not the mouth. So it's just a little concerning to me. I feel like we still can use some, you know, social distancing rules in place, even though we're opening things up. So it feels pretty good that things are opening up, but still I wish people would practice some safe measures to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, it's almost like if you start lifting something, it's like everybody just like, it becomes like reckless abandon. And I've seen that. I see a lot of people walking around with it just covering their mouth. Like, it can come out through your nose too, you know, sneezes come out through your nose. So I don't really know why, you know, and I was kind of afraid of that too, that, because, I mean, even at the height of it, there was people that were not quite, you know, following the rules, and now, you know, there's like less restrictions, so people are just, I know people have been coming into the store where I work or whatever, and they're actually they get like annoyed. You know, they're like, oh, really? All right, I'll pull my mask up. It's like, yeah, we're not kidding. None of us want to get sick. But anyway, yeah, so you're kind of in the same boat with me. Kind of wish they would, you know, follow the rules a little bit more, because we certainly don't want it to come back around and bite us. Over to you, Miss Lisa, at the KB3WFV. I know you guys, you know, have your own business too, and the kids and the grandkids and everything else. How are you feeling about them loosening up the restrictions? KC2UFU.
Actually, it feels pretty good. Brian, I'm sorry, Carrie. He's trying to take a picture while I'm talking. Good Lord. Anyways, I feel good about it. It makes me feel good that when I went in the store since last weekend, you know, shelves are full, a whole aisle, toilet paper and paper towels, still no Lysol, but hey, that's going to be. Brian and I finally got our haircuts Friday. It feels good, yeah. It is annoying having the mask on, but I guess it's going to be here for a while. But, daycare's not open yet, so we're still babysitting. That's getting a little bit hard, but, because it's getting busier, and trying to deal with the little one, too, at the shop is a little hard. But, great-grandma has chimed in Friday, so she helped us a little bit there, so, it was good. I can't wait. I'm hoping within a week or two that daycare will open, because I think they're slowly doing that phase here at in Maryland anyway. So hopefully that'll come soon, but all is well.
Yeah, well, that's all that we can hope for, is that it's, all goes well. But you're right, it is nice. We here in New Jersey still have not opened up the hair salons. So you can imagine, when Ked said, maybe we'll shoot a little video or something like that or whatever, I'm like, really? Because, I haven't had a haircut in 3 months. But, got to be a good sport about it, so what are you going to do? It does feel good to be able to go into stores that you haven't been able to be in a little while, though, and I can't wait to be able to get, like, a real haircut, one that I haven't done myself, because I've done a couple of those already, and you can just imagine, by the time I actually get to the salon, my hairdresser, she's going to be like, you used kitchen shears, didn't you? You couldn't even go out and get, hair cutting scissors. You used kitchen shears. Or did you use a razor knife? What did you do? So there'll be all that. Anyway, and how about you, Miss Tanya? You think too much too soon, or you think we'll be okay? W3TKP in the group. This is KC2UFU.
I don't mind everything opening up again, but I personally don't like leaving the house anyway, so it makes no difference to me. If I didn't have to go out and get medicine for Michael or cigarettes, I would never leave the property. So,
Man, you've got it made. The medicine or cigarettes for Michael. Just send him out. Then you'd never have to leave. You have your own happy little oasis there. So, that's good. And, of course, I hopped out of turn because I'm trying here. But I missed you, Miss Sarah. How are you feeling about it? And, I know, you have the little one and everything. What are you doing, like, as far as, like, doctors and stuff like that with her? I'm sure she's probably due for some of her shots and stuff. KB3OUK, KC2UFU.
Yeah, so here, things are kind of opening up. It's been kind of slow. Like Pennsylvania, we had the red, yellow, and green phases. Our county is now in the green phase as of yesterday, I think. Or maybe that was last week. No, I think that was yesterday. So I think now we're allowed to, like, go out to eat and stuff. We haven't really yet. And then there's some stores that still are trying to make you wear a mask depending on who you talk to. Some stores are okay if you don't. Now today we went to the store. Shelby and the baby sat in the car, and I went in and they had a sign up, that the state recommends that you wear a mask, but they're not making you. They can't turn you away if you don't. So personally, I'm tired of wearing masks everywhere, so I said, okay, I'm not going to. As long as I don't have to, I'm just not going to. I like being able to breathe, and I'm just not afraid of catching it. Now, with taking her to the doctor and stuff, I know some people that have little ones right now that are like, oh, well, I'm not taking my kids to the doctor or whatever. We're keeping her appointments, and yeah, she's been getting some shots and things like that, so we've been able to keep her appointments, keep her on schedule, that type of thing, so she's all up to date. We went for her 4-month checkup, not this week, but last week, and they took my temperature. We went in the door, and they asked if we'd been exposed to the virus, and asked a couple questions, and then they took my temperature, just to make sure I didn't have anything, and asked some questions, and they even said, oh, if you're interested, you could be entered into a raffle to win a free mask, and I said, that's okay, give it to somebody that needs it. So for me, we can get back to normal anytime now. I've kind of been sick of being stuck at home with my baby, not able to go out and do anything. And Shelby's really minding that all he gets to do is go to work and come home. So it'll be nice to open things up and get back to normal, especially with a little one. KB3OUK.
How strange is that? To kind of commercialize, enter a raffle. Did you ever in your life ever think you would hear, enter a raffle to win a free mask? That's the new now? I'm trying to get a grip on things, like trying to figure out what everything's going to be like. And it always seems to, I get caught by surprise. That one definitely caught me by surprise. Enter a raffle to win a free mask. Well, I guess that goes to show you to try and capitalize on anything, I guess. I don't know. What's next? Let's see if Miss Karen has gotten back to the microphone there, and then I will see if anyone else wants to check in. W3OH, this is KC2UFU. Are you ladies back? Lost them. They're off giggling somewhere. That's what's happening. But that's okay. So this is KC2UFU. This is Ladies Night Sleeper here on 3885 AM. And we're very fortunate to have some fairly good band conditions for the summer this evening. I have to say I was up to the last minute quite nervous about that. But other than some static crashes, seems like we're doing okay this evening. So we wait for Miss Karen to get back and see if there's any other check-ins. Is there anyone else here who'd like to check in? KC2UFU.
Well, since nobody else is checking in, I loved your bear story. We actually have 2 bear dens on our property, and the one had 2 babies this year, which were right next to our pond, which was interesting because it was a little scary.
Yeah. See, now for you, that's somewhat normal where you are. Where we are, you do not have bear at the local McDonald's hanging out in a tree. And this is a full-grown, and I'm assuming a male bear because, this time of year, if it was a female, there would be babies, with. Guy, he is literally, it's kind of like a Where's Waldo type situation right now. Like you just keep seeing on Facebook, or you get these alerts, bear in your area, bear here, bear there, And when I tell you there has never been a bear roaming the outskirts of our entire county that I know of. They do live here, but they tend to be, deep in the woods and don't really interact with humans. So to have, a big old black bear hanging out, right next to the highway, looking for a Big Mac was a little odd.
I keep forgetting you live near the Pine Barrens. So, yeah, it's probably not common, but here, they're here, they have their rotation around the property. They were here just recently. The next time they'll be around is 4th of July. It always happens the same time every year. They have a pattern because they go out to feed and then come back again. And it's crazy, but I know their schedule, which is weird.
Well, just to give you a highlight of how ill-prepared they were for a bear to show up here in our county, much less our town, is that, they used police sirens to try and, to kind of scare him back into the woods. So first of all, he wouldn't get hit by a car, and also so he wouldn't, interact with people, really. But they couldn't tranquilize him to move him because they didn't have tranquilizers big enough because they don't deal with bears here. So I guess that'll be put on the list for the townships, that everybody will have to have a bear tranquilizer. Only because they don't generally, they don't come out here. And this guy, he's very bold. He's very, they've cited him, he's been in campgrounds. He's been near my son's house, which is about 25 miles away. And he actually covers quite a large area in a very short period of time. He just keeps popping up everywhere. I think they did nickname him Waldo.
Carrie, we don't have bears, but we do have turkeys. They are such a nuisance. They puff themselves up and walk together in groups, and they are just, I don't know what to say about these turkeys. They take over the neighborhood. I'd say they're like neighbors, but that wouldn't be fair. And then also, regarding haircuts, I got the world's worst haircut during COVID-19. They cut my hair without wetting it at all, so now I look like Rod Stewart, but with curls. I have a mullet. It's really atrocious. I'm really embarrassed.
All in the name of being able to see for now, right? And, I'm very familiar with turkeys. Turkeys we have a lot of. Actually, we had turkeys in the garage one year. He was a young tom turkey, and he didn't want to leave the garage. He went in the garage, and he did not want to come out. So he was, running around, pooping all over the place, and just Ken's looking at him, Ken's, picturing him just like you would picture a Looney Tunes, like he's seeing drumsticks in a body, you know what I mean, when he's looking at him. And they were eyeing each other up. Eventually we did get him out of the garage, but they are fairly common around here, and they can be quite a nuisance, especially when they decide to run in packs and, walk along the streets all puffed up and peck at your car windows and your mirrors and stuff like that. So I get that, Priscilla. I know how they can terrorize the neighborhood.
Also, we had a technician once at the copier company where I worked who showed up late to work one day because he was hit by a turkey on the highway and it totaled his car.
Really? Yeah, they do get pretty big. Turkeys. That is crazy. Have you ever had any crazy wildlife, Lisa, come into your yard over there?
Oh gosh, we have a lot. Even though, we have turkeys. We have fox. The fox is funny because have you ever heard a fox cry? I guess it's their mating call. They are really scary. They sound like a wild peacock or something. Or a child screaming. But I remember the daughter was out and she came home late. And she was talking to her boyfriend before he left. And all of a sudden you heard the raccoon coming down the driveway, but then the fox in the background. She hightailed her little hiney in her bedroom so fast, it was so funny. We have all kinds of things. We have deers and all. No bears, not yet anyway.
Yeah, foxes, you see them in the Pine Barrens, but not generally in people's neighborhoods. Raccoons, of course, everybody has to deal with them. They're little masterminds in masks. They can really do some damage. But are they red foxes down there or gray foxes, Lisa?
I think, what I've seen sometimes and running in the back, sometimes I'll catch him running way in the back there. He's a red fox.
Yeah, they are beautiful. They're cute. Now the coyotes, they're a whole nother story. Because while they don't generally come into our neighborhood, but the guys like to go out riding all the time out in the woods and stuff like that, and you hear them guys all the time, and they're so eerie because you hear them yipping in one spot, and then you hear a yip all the way on the other side, and you know that there is several pairs of eyes hanging out, seeing what you're up to. And coyotes, I mean, as you know, they're not as dangerous as wolves, but they're certainly not a fox either. So the coyotes, they have me a little unnerved sometimes. But yeah, so I guess we all have stuff we have to deal with. Sarah, do you ever worry about? Because I know you have your little sheep out there.
Here we have, every now and then we have a bear in the area. I haven't personally seen any, but Shelby did years ago. The house we live in was his great-grandparents, and when he was younger, they had a bear come through the yard here. And we have, deer and also turkeys every now and then. Right now my cat is watching out the door, listening to the birds. There's a bunch of birds outside. And we do have some coyotes that we hear and see every now and then. When we were dating, one night Shelby and I were out walking in one field, and we thought we heard a noise, and Shelby got all scared that there was a coyote out there. And his grandmother also, if you'd mentioned coyotes when she was older and before she died, she was so scared of them. If you mentioned coyotes, she'd get all fired up. But since we have all the animals here, we don't really get too much in our yard, just in the field back behind the barn and everything. So far, I don't have anybody coming and trying to get my sheep or anything, thank goodness. KB3, are you okay?
Oh, well, that's good, because you always think of that, when you have domestic animals, and, I mean, even, I own a pit bull who is, really she's just a big baby. So you would think, but you're like, oh, pit bull or whatever, she's no match for a bear. She would take it on. I have no doubt about that she would definitely not shy away from it, which would actually be scarier, that she would try to take on something that weighs, 6 times as much as she does. So, bears are they just really don't belong around people. But you do feel bad for them because, I mean, if he's down here and he's wandering around out here, it's probably because somebody just decided to destroy his habitat. And that's, if you're not living directly out in the wilderness and you're starting to get this kind of wildlife in your area that you don't usually see, it's because of all the construction that's going on. And that's kind of, that's really sad because it's just they have no reason to destroy all of their habitat. I wish that, we do have the Pinelands Commission and stuff like that, but it just seems like, people find ways to get around it, and, they're just destroying more and more of their habitat, which is just such a shame. I mean, we're encroaching on them. They're not encroaching on us. Anyway, let's see, Miss Karen, W3OH, are you back? This is KC2UFU. Okay, just didn't want to leave her out. She's having fun. She's having ladies' night and girls' night all at the same time. So that's pretty awesome. What else? Did anybody else have anything to add as far as our animal stories?
I'd like to say hi to Tanya. Hi, Tanya, KB3WFEYL. It's good to hear you.
She just stepped away. She'll be back in 2 minutes. She's running to the bathroom. She'll be right back. I'll tell her you said hello, Lisa.
Hi, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, really. You know what? Go around and say hello to everybody. I mean, I'm always, I'm kind of like the net mom here or whatever, and trying to keep a little organization there. But of course, everybody is always free to talk to each other and comment and everything else. I don't want it to seem like it's got to be so structured, We're just a bunch of girls hanging out after all.
Hi, Lisa. Sorry, I missed you. I'm back now.
Really nice. I can hear Tanya pretty well. And it's really nice to hear everybody out here, regardless of whether conditions are interfering or I'm able to hear pretty well. I do have a concern about an animal. I have a cat named Goober, who is at least a $5,000 cat, based on her vet bills and all kinds of things that we've been through with her. And she gets outside, and I worry about her with the turkeys, and I worry about her with the coyotes, and I worry about her in general. She's seen everywhere with the neighbors, and I can't control her, because she goes where she goes and does what she does. And she loves to go out and keep people indoors. But just wondered what you had thoughts on about that.
Yeah, that's one of the things about having indoor, outdoor, or animals that are just outdoor. Like, I know people that have chickens and stuff like that, and they have to worry about the foxes and the wild animals and everything. So I can understand that'd be pretty scary. Hey, Lisa, Tanya's back.
Yeah, I heard. Hi, Tanya. How you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Oh, we're hanging in there. Trying to, anyways. It's good to hear you, Tanya. I'm glad you're here.
We've missed you, Tanya.
That was terrible.
Let me,
anyways. It's good to
sure
hear you, Tanya. I'm glad you're here.
Okay. I just want to check with Perry real quick. If you're there, Perry. How are we doing as far as, I see the static crashes are increasing. Is everything okay on your end there?
Oh, yeah, everybody's coming in fantastic here into southeastern Pennsylvania. Static crashes just got really bad out of nowhere. They were, fairly distant, and then all of a sudden, here we go. But everybody's still coming in very strong here. I'm not having a problem with anybody. The live stream is going good here, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. The AM window, twitch.tv/the AM window. If you go on YouTube and search the AM window, you can find the live stream there as well. And they always get automatically uploaded and recorded onto YouTube forever. Well, as long as, I guess, YouTube wants to keep them. So, and on Facebook if you're Facebook friends with me. So, that's the story on that. But no, to answer your question, Carrie, in a very long and drawn-out response, the lightning crashes are not a problem.
Okay, good to know. Well, I've always said that AM is, it's a wonderful mode. I love operating AM. But AM is like a woman. It's completely unpredictable. You just never know. Though it sounds beautiful as you throw your voice out there across the airwaves, you just never know what it's going to do next. So, sounds like a woman to me, doesn't it? All right, ladies. So, here is my last question of the evening. Wanted to ask you, because this is something I was thinking about, because I, with the whole bears and the storms that have been going through and everything, things that, really scare me. I've always been terrified of, tornadoes. Luckily, we don't really have them in this area, and I'm always worried when there's thunderstorms at night, because, with a tornado, it's like you have to see it coming. So that got me thinking about phobias. Everybody is afraid of something. And I'll tell you that I'm terrified of heights. And I don't know if that's just because I'm only 5 feet tall and everything. I have to climb everywhere to get stuff. Or, what the reason behind it is. But I'm terrified of heights, and I'm also claustrophobic, which I really think, I have to thank my sister for, since, she always used to like to lock me in the closet when I was little. That was like, she was my big sister, so she, just did stuff like that. And I don't know if that's why I'm claustrophobic, but anyway, it always is a lot of fun if you travel with me on an airplane, since, I'm claustrophobic and I don't like heights. You can just imagine I'm such a great traveling companion, just in case anybody was ever thinking they might want to get on a flight with me. I'm a lot of fun. But I'm going to send this over to... I think I'm going to send it... Well, let me see if Karen's back. If Karen is not back, then Priscilla at K1GTX, you go ahead and pick it up. So, let's see if Karen and the ladies are back to the microphone. And the question was, what is your fear? What is your phobia? Is it bugs? What is it? Bugs, they don't bother me. I can get them, unless they're June bugs, because those things are just freakishly scary. But other than that, I can deal with bugs. W30H in the group, KC2UFU. Okay, over to you, Ms. Priscilla, K1GTX, KC2UFU.
Hi, K1GTX. This is Priscilla. I am afraid actually I'm kind of an introvert, so I'm afraid of people. But it's why I enjoy these sessions, because I feel like I can communicate with you guys, and it's very helpful, and I feel like I can express myself, and I don't feel so afraid. Thank you very much, Carrie.
Well, you're doing a great job. Let me just tell you that. I'm so glad to hear you come back, and we're really getting to be like a pack of girlfriends. I'm always excited to hear who's going to be on, and hopefully everybody's having a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun. So that's good. How about you, Miss Lisa? Do you have any phobias? Is there something that you're afraid of? And do you have any idea why? See, I think I figured out mine. Maybe it's because my sister. I don't know. But everybody's got something. KC2UFU.
Yeah, I don't like snakes. And we've had a couple in here. So I'm getting I'm getting used to them, because I finally got a grabber, and I used it last year and threw them out in the woods. But no, I don't like them. I wish I don't have to even try to grab them and throw them in the woods. But I don't like them. I don't want them here. There's plenty of room out in the woods, but sometimes when they're too big. I had one that was really, really big, and I had to call my son-in-law, and he finally got it out. But boy, that was a little bit of a struggle, because where he was a little bit of a tight fit. But no, I don't like snakes. None at all.
Do you get venomous snakes by you, like rattlesnakes and stuff, or is it just mostly black snakes and garter snakes, or do you not even care, venomous or not? You just don't want anything to do with them?
Yeah, I don't care what they are. I don't like any of them. But we do have copperheads here. I think we saw one once a long time ago in the driveway. But other than that, they have been black snakes. But some of them black snakes can get really long and big. But I think we finally figured out how they were coming in downstairs and took care of that. But these darn birds sometimes want to make a nest around the deck, and of course they want to get those eggs, and so they come up on the deck. So I now have to get the birds. I shush them away, and sometimes I'm mean. I have to just break down their nest. I hate to do that, but I don't want them snakes on my deck.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I'm not per se afraid of snakes, but like they can stay outside and away from the house. That would be better for me. Although, you know, if you have a snake in the neighborhood, there's no mice. There's no mice to be seen. You never have to worry about them. We once had we had a mole, of all things, a mole that decided to come into the house. I have no idea. Apparently, you know, because they're blind, it had made a scent trail and managed its way to slip under the door of the where we have the shack here. And that little sucker just kept, like, he just, like, had this little pattern where he'd go in and out. We finally captured him, and we had what the kids called at the time the mole relocation program, which was basically them and Ken taking it in the truck and, you know, bringing it out somewhere. There's quite a few things here that we've had to trap and get rid of. The what are those? Not woodchucks. What are those things? Oh, the groundhogs. They're, you know, they could be a nasty piece of business. Groundhogs. They're not really any joke. Because we've had to trap a couple of them, and they hiss, and they spit, and they bite at the cage. I definitely, you know, wouldn't want to have to deal with one outside of the cage. That's for sure. So no snakes for Miss Lisa. I'm with you there. And how about you, Miss Sarah? You're pretty tough. Yeah, I consider you tough as nails, but I'm sure there's got to be something that makes you a little crazy. KB3OUK, KC2UFU.
I definitely do not think of myself as tough. Considering a week ago, like we were getting ready for bed, and I didn't have my glasses on, and I saw this thing go like across the floor. It was this big black spider. And I'm like, Shelby, and he goes, what? I said, come here. Like, he should know by now that I don't like spiders. But needless to say, anytime I find one and I call for him, you know, I'm like frantic, and he gets kind of like, okay, you know, puffy with it. And I'm like, just come take care of it, please, and, you know, flush it, get rid of it. And, you know, before it goes away, and then you can't find it. And I have, like, mixed reviews on snakes. Like, if I have a shovel, I can, you know, kill a snake. But then the whole, like, them crawling around and, like, you know, moving while dead, that freaks me out. So then, like, I can kill them, but then I have trouble, like, getting rid of them. And I also do not like mice. So, yeah, I don't really think of myself as tough, but, yeah, I don't know. KB3OUK.
Yeah, they don't belong in the house. I mean, I can get rid of them or whatever. I have a girlfriend whose husband is terrified of spiders. Like, he is outright terrified. And she is the one that has to, he doesn't like bugs at all. And she's the one that has to deal with it all the time. Like, you know, put on the big boy pants and go and take care of whatever bug is in the house, because he is absolutely terrified of them. I mean, I guess that's kind of like, you know, why we think that way, why it's the man's responsibility to get rid of the bugs and the snakes and the, you know, whatever the problem thing is. I guess that's kind of, you know, like a stereotype or whatever, but I don't know. If I don't have to deal with it, I'd rather would not deal with it. How about you, Miss Tanya? Other than your fear of what Mike is going to bring into the yard next, do you have any other fears? KC2UFU. Yeah, it is getting loud. Oh, Miss Tanya, are you there? KC2UFU. Look at you. W3TKP. KC2UFU.
Yes, I'm here. So, you want to hear my fears? Okay. Heights, definitely. Airplanes, second. And getting on the air. It's my third fear.
But you're here. Well, you're third, but you're first here is what Michael's going to bring home next, right?
What?
You know, like what he's going to bring into the driveway next. You know, a bus, a plane.
Actually, he was trying to get a helicopter on the property. No, I can't do that. We have a bus, camper, all kinds of other stuff, but yeah, no, not my thing.
Why did he want a helicopter?
Because it was there and it's available, but he was trying to bring it onto the property to make it work, which was scary to me because he doesn't have a pilot's license.
It's from the VFW booth. They needed somebody to take care of it.
Yeah, I was afraid he was going to make it work, and he's being a backseat driver over here. Don't like it.
Back off, Michael. Don't make me come there. This is ladies' night. Give her a break. Stand down, man. Stand down. Oh, just check real quick and see if Karen's coming back or not. Oh no, she may just be she's just hooting it up with the girls over there. W308, Miss Karen, are you there? KC2UFU. Okay, I guess not. She's tearing it up with the other ladies, and that's absolutely fine too. Well, I just want to say, ladies, this is just. So I look forward to this. I get nervous about it every time. It's almost time to do it, and you know, because I always want to make it fun and exciting, and I want to hear you guys out here. And I'm so glad you guys keep coming back. We actually were recognized by Ham Nation. If you guys know what that is, it's a you know, a big amateur radio program. They were talking about it a little bit on their ladies' night they had this past week, and you know what we're doing here and getting all the ladies out on the radio. So I thought that was really cool. You know, that we're doing a good thing here, and I love hearing you guys. Let me send this around, and you know, it's the static crashes are getting bad, so I definitely, you know, want to get everybody in, and before it gets too bad, because they are getting worse. So I'm going to send this around. I'll start with you, Miss Lisa, and by any means, even when ladies' night, you know, when we wrap it up here, it doesn't mean you ladies have to go. You know that. But over to you, Miss Lisa, and let's tie it up here. This is KC2UFU for the ladies' night 3.0.
I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if you called me. Yeah, the static crashes are bad. It is getting hard to hear, but so I guess we will say our goodbyes. But it's been fun. I like it. I'm getting used to it, and I say hi to sometimes Terry and Billy and Clark. So I think it's a good thing. I don't just get on with here. Sometimes I'll say hello. If they like that, they'll say yes, but they probably like, damn, these women are taking over our stuff that we like to do. But sorry, us women always push and shove our way through.
Yeah, well, when all this nonsense is over, you know, with the coronavirus and all the crazy things that are going on, we will all get together. I don't know where. We'll find a nice central location, and all of us ladies will get together, and then it'll really get crazy. We'll find all right, so let's send it over to you, Priscilla, because I know everything. I don't know. It's getting hard to hear, but static crashes are getting crazy. Thank you for joining us again, and we really enjoy hearing you here. Feel like we're all just a bunch of gals now, and go ahead and wrap it up there. with KC2UFU.
Hi, Karen. Just to say that I'm terrified about helicopters. I took a helicopter ride over Sao Paulo, with my ex-husband, who was the son of and it was a terrifying experience, and I can only relate to about when you lived in Vietnam and you were back there in the helicopter. And thank you very much for that. It's been really great. And I'd love to get together with everybody. I'll hear from you guys soon, and next time at Ladies.
Yep, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted, just in case you guys want to jot it down somewhere, but I will email you ladies. We're going to do this again Saturday, June 20th. Same bat time, same bat channel. As long as conditions hold up for us. You know, no thunderstorms or anything going on. But there's my backseat driver. He couldn't help himself. All right. Over to you, Miss Sarah. KB3OUK from KC2UFU. Thanks again for joining us this evening.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for hosting another wonderful ladies' night, and it's been great to join all of you. Thanks for having me. And the little one has been sleeping through all this. I can't understand how she does it. But yeah, it's been a good evening, and good to hear everybody. Looking forward to the next one, KB3OUK.
Very good, and we look forward to hearing you too. Get our little group here. And over to you, Miss Tanya, W3TKP from KC2UFU. And you shouldn't make this one of your fears, because you're awesome at this.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure tonight, and I love it, and I hope I will show up next time.
And I also wanted to comment and tell you that you sound 1,000 times better on the radio than Mike does.
I agree.
All right.
Well, if that's a given.
One more check for Miss Karen. Karen? Calling Karen. All right, she's hooting it up with the ladies, and that's just fine, too. So set your calendars, ladies. Saturday, June 20th, same time, same channel, I think, same frequency. And I just want to, real quick, I want to thank Perry for doing all the recording and stuff, and also thank all the husbands in the background who make this part of this happen, to make sure the radios are good and everything's going on. So us ladies, all we have to do is sit down and operate. So you are in the background there. And thank Brian, KB3WFB, because he is awesome moral support for when I'm freaking out and saying, I don't know what we're going to talk about. And he's like, you'll do fine. So always got to thank Brian for that. And Clark, too, N1BCG, because he does some great promoting for the ladies' night. So thank you to the guys and the gals for another wonderful evening. And I will catch you ladies in 2 weeks, hopefully. This is KC2UFU for ladies' night. I'll still be hanging around here if anyone else wants to chat. But other than that, everyone else have a great evening. KC2UFU.
Yeah, good job, Carrie. 2 thumbs up, as always. And all you gotta do is, if you want to find the recording from the night, it will be on YouTube. Just search Ladies Night Part 3. The YLs take over 80 meter AM ham radio. Is the name of the was the name of the live stream there. So you guys did great. Good job, everyone. And I'll be hanging around. Static crashes suck, but it is what it is. And they're right down here in Southern Maryland, so I know Brian, you're probably getting tore up from the floor up by him. Anyway, this is W3 MMR in southeastern Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Uh-oh.
Great job, Kerry. You guys sounded great.
All the signals are really good.